Hi everyone. Back in 2011, a terrorist pointed his gun at my head and fired. I was a student attending a summer camp that wasn't so different from this camp. It was the camp of the Labour Youth Party in Norway. It was part politics and part socializing. And it was youths from all over Norway, but also international youths attending. Little did I know that less than 24 hours after coming to the camp, my life would change forever. I did not know that I would stumble upon a pile of the bodies of friends who had been executed. I did not know that I would have to hide for more than an hour in the woods with an 8-year-old boy. His father had just gotten killed, holding him down, lying on top of him, covering his mouth, while he was screaming out for his father. I did not know that I would end up sitting on the tip of the little island in the middle of peaceful Norway, while a man in a police uniform came out of the woods behind me, saying that they had captured the bad guy, while around me I could see boats on the water, a helicopter in the air above me, and the man was wearing a police uniform. I believed him. He said they'd caught the bad guy. And then he lifted his gun and started shooting at my group. I jumped straight in the water, along with the young boy I'd been hiding with and another young boy we'd picked up at this point, and swam straight outwards where I sank. And I stood up in the water, waiting and looking back towards land, seeing what was happening. And there was Anders Breivik taking aim at my head and firing. For a moment, I thought I was dead. I thought this was my last moment. I came to peace with this being the end. I came to peace with the fact that my life would end after only 20 years. But he missed, and the boys and I managed to swim around a little edge and hide in the water, while Breivik went back up onto the island where he was captured by the police. We lost 69 friends that day, on July 22nd, 2011. We lost 8 more people in the capital of Norway, in Oslo, where Breivik earlier that day had planted a bomb that blew up most of the downtown area, the government headquarters, and the central library, where I'd been spending a lot of my youth. It was mortifying to see my city in pieces like that. It was mortifying to experience something like that, something that far too many people have to experience far too often on a daily basis in certain places in the world. And this is what drives me. No one should have to experience what I experienced on July 22nd, 2011. No one should have to experience their friends getting killed, having to go into the funerals of 14-year-olds, of kids who were just attending summer vacation. Breivik was driven by hatred, but his hatred was driven by fear. He was afraid of what he saw as dangerous changes to our society. He was afraid of multiculturalism, of the fact that we could live together in a peaceful, diverse society, something One Young World is a manifestation of. Breivik feared us, and that's why he killed us. But Breivik was also not so different from me. He grew up in the same city as I grew up in a few years before me. His background is not very unique. And what drove him into extremism was fear, but that fear came from somewhere. And it came from the stories Breivik believed in. It came from the society we lived in, and from the stories that exist in our society. And I believe it's all our responsibility to stand extremely together against those stories, to show that unity is the way forward, that we can live together in diverse societies without being afraid of each other, regardless of where we are from, what we believe in, who we love. We can stand together, and we can all, every one of us, take responsibility in our lives to challenge extremism by helping those who are afraid, by making everyone comfortable and befriend everyone. Thank you very much.